As it stands, Thelxie can only output messages that were pre-written into its motherboard. I haven't given him the ability to convert those messages into discernible words, so he can't really talk to us just yet.
Whoa, Thelxie just said something again! Could he understand what we were just talking about?
He's like, I am in constant pain. Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Naro, and welcome back to some more Genshin Impact. The Thelxie's Fantastic Adventures. Well, I don't know who Thelxie is, or if I'm pronouncing their name right, but we're gonna go on one of that person's adventures, and apparently it's fantastic. But what isn't fantastic is the fact that I accidentally, while I was doing Farina's character guide, and so I walked up to the chick with the whole fishing thing in Fontaine, and that was a part of this. And so I didn't pay attention to any of it. I just spammed A like a beast, and didn't listen to a word she said. So I'm assuming she was probably talking about how incredible fish are, and how fish is life, and that nothing, comes close to how, incredible fishing and fish are in general. But I do believe that she ended her little, fish. I don't know if she was even talking about fish. She was talking about fish because I have to investigate the waters where fish have disappeared from. So that's probably what she was also talking about. So yeah, let's go find some fish. Fish, where are you? I don't know if you can hear me, but if you can and you're alive, say something. Shit.
Is this the stretch of water Delaroche was talking about?
This is not water.
It looks really peaceful. Huh? Look,
Well, it's water.
there's some footprints over there.
What I meant to say was, well, of course there's no fish here, because they would die, because they could barely breathe. Or actually, they could probably... There's enough water, right? I don't know how fish work. Footprints. The footprints extend all the way into the water.
These look pretty fresh. Did the water imp get someone again?
The water imp.
Let's look around and see if we can find anything else.
Ah, that's probably what that fisher lady was talking about that I just didn't know. Well, not that I didn't know. I skipped completely over it. Yeah. That is the one thing that sucks, is the fact that you can't go back to different stuff.
Did you hear something just now?
Gurgling, no, that's not what I heard. I did not hear that. Anyways, can be heard from coming from the water. What I meant was, yeah, it sucks that you can't go back to, past cutscenes or anything like that. That's tough. The noises grow louder and louder. You lied to me. Until something emerges with a loud splash. Oh.
What is that? Don't come any closer!
Damn, he's already insecure. You're just gonna make things a lot worse.
Paimon? Traveler?
What's up, my guy? Fremine?
I'm sorry. I forgot I was still wearing this.
Fremine removes his diving helmet.
Fremine!
Paimon, are you okay?
Paimon nearly mistook you for a water imp. Thank goodness it was just you wearing your helmet.
Yeah, could you read... they're not gonna probably talk about what a water imp is again.
Huh? A water imp?
Oh, do you not know? How about I inform you so that I also get informed? Yeah, that makes sense. We're investigating the water imp called Thelxie. Oh, Thelxie is the water imp. Wow, so much context that I needed and that I did not get.
Thelxie, you say? How surprising.
Huh? You know that name too? Or do you know someone else who's trying to investigate the water imp?
No, I think our situations are probably unrelated.
Then could you tell about... can you tell us about what's going on with you?
Sure, if that's in order.
Nope, it's a huge suggestion. Huge.
I know the name because of one of my employers. She noticed the clockwork penguins I brought to the workshop and contacted me through the shop's owner. She has commissioned me to make a special toy. Following her request, I've named the toy Thelxie.
Huh. She about to Peter... I was about to say Peter Pan. I meant Pinocchio, this bitch.
Huh? But isn't it a little creepy to name a toy after a water imp? Wait, hold on. Fremina, you never take commissions from other people.
Man, you are just digging the knife deeper and deeper. Just like, now he's unproductive, and antisocial, and insecure. Paimon.
Yeah, but, she made a special request, but out of respect for her privacy, I can't really talk about it.
That's fair.
It's alright though. She'll be coming over to check on my progress shortly, and I'll just tell her that you're two of my trustworthy companions. Hearing that, she might be willing to share some information, and you'll be able to continue with your investigation.
Sounds good.
Huh. Even though you seem a little cold and reserved sometimes, you're still really considerate. Our target isn't necessarily the water imp, though. We're primarily here to investigate the disappearance of the fish.
That... possibly? Well, I know you're creating the toy, but maybe this?
The fish?
Oh. Well, never mind. Screw me. Fremine nods slightly and seems lost in thought after you tell him about the commission from the Fishing Association. Suddenly, his breath catches in his throat. That's, not an expression I've heard before.
I think I may have connected the dots. These past few weeks, I've been taking Thelxie for underwater testing every day. The pressure testing makes a lot of noise. So, all that about the disappearing fish, well, it was probably because of me.
Well, that was the quickest event ever.
So that's all it was? That actually makes a lot of sense. Wait, so could that mean the child we heard about who walked into the water was also...
A child walked into the water? How much did I miss? Just Fremine preparing for another day of work.
Yes, I think that's quite likely as well.
Whew. So in the end, it was just Fremine. Paimon spent all this time imagining what a water imp from the fairy tales might look like, and it all turns out to be just a hoax.
It probably looks similar to you. I did not mean for that to come out so mean. But you would kind of agree in a way, right? Like, Paimon has, like, an exotic type of, like, look to her. Wow. The one time I try not to be mean, it's impossible for me.
I'm sorry. It sounds like I've created a lot of trouble for everyone else as well. I'll try to finish this commission as soon as possible. Once I'm done, the fish should come back.
Don't worry about it. It was just a misunderstanding. Yeah, we'd be happy to help. Is there anything we can do? Yes, please. I have a video I need to make.
Thanks for offering.
No, but I
can't trouble you any more than I already have.
No, but please, I need it. I need it. This has been only probably a 7-minute video so far. Not even. I need more.
Hey, it's no trouble at all. Didn't you just call us your trustworthy companions? Companions are all about helping each other, you know?
But don't you need to report back to your commissioner?
Nope, that's not how it works. See, Paimon's got these commissioner types all figured out, even though we were just tasked with finding out why the fish had gone missing. If we tell them now that it was all just a misunderstanding, you can bet they'd just immediately hand us another commission to help them get the fish back.
Huh. You know, Paimon? That's pretty smart. See, and that makes up for my unintentional mean comment I made a few minutes back. Yeah, we're just really experienced in this kind of thing. That's all. Yeah, that's all. It's not like I'm trying to extend this video, you know? It's not, no.
Exactly! So if we can help you finish up your work and get the fish back, that would save us an extra trip!
Is that what you'd like to do as well?
Yeah, I think Paimon's right.
Huh.
Is something I'd never will say
I'll trust
ever
your
again.
judgment. Please follow me. I've made a makeshift camp over there.
It's hard to not just, it's right there. Come on, man. Like, oh, I'm sorry, Paimon. to the makeshift camp. You built this, man?
I've stored Thelxie in the tent.
Oh.
He can respond to some simple verbal commands. You can try calling his name and see if he'll come over.
Whoa, sounds pretty advanced. Let Paimon give it a try.
Oh.
Hey, Thelxie, are you there?
He's waddling. He's waddling. He's jumping. Oh, this is... It's adorable. What? Dash dots dash. I'm not gonna do that.
So that's Fremone's version of Thelxie. It's also penguin-shaped, just like Pear.
Yep. Had Thelxie lived in Penguin Town, he'd probably have become great friends with Pear.
There's a penguin town? What? Where's Penguin Town?
It's not really anywhere famous or important. Don't worry about it.
Oh. I'll take the hint.
Hey, Thelxie. Nice to meet you.
Okay.
Do you know how to say hello?
He's like, shut the... I'm trying not to be mean to Paimon, but it's like, it's instinctive at this point. Oh. Is that like, I don't think it's like, what's the code? What's the code? Morse code? I doubt that's like what it translates to. So can Thelxie talk?
I wanted to install a language output module, but due to time constraints, I had to give up on the idea. As it stands, Thelxie can only output messages that were pre-written into its motherboard. I haven't given him the ability to convert those messages into discernible words, so he can't really talk to us just yet.
No need to get so technical. So basically, you want us to help you complete and install this language module, right?
Yeah, we're tech engineers. We know how to do that.
No, there's no need. That wasn't one of my employer's requests. It was just something I wanted to try.
No, it's pretty cool.
I have two other things I'd like your help with. The first is to do some integration testing on Thelxie's motherboard, to make sure he will be able to function properly in most situations.
I saw that we can get Thelxie. I wonder if it's like another like little gadget companion. And if so, and this will be like probably, I'm assuming this is the first one that could walk. That'd be pretty cool.
That doesn't sound too hard. And what's the other thing?
The other shouldn't take too long either. You'll need to find Thelxie some colorful shells and coral, so I can craft a weapon for him.
Okay. Oh god, he's doing the whole AI thing before AI is like even like fully built yet.
A weapon?
This is the future.
Will Thelxie have to fight?
Oh, the whole army. That's how we lose. That's how humanity loses.
Mm-hmm.
Thelxies.
Thelxie
Thousands of
will
them.
need to be able to charge forward with a weapon in hand. Like that brave prince of legend. It's a part of my employer's request.
What an imaginative employer. Naming Thelxie after a water imp, but wanting him to look like a prince?
Well, regardless of his role or species, Thelxie's purpose is the same. Just like Pear, he has come to this world to serve as somebody's companion.
Ah.
Whoa, Thelxie just said something again! Could he understand what we were just talking about?
He's like, I am in constant pain.
He can react to certain key words, but unfortunately, due to the lack of a translation module, he still can't quite communicate with us.
That's a pity. But anyway, the most important thing right now is for us to get to work. Maybe let's start by doing some testing on the motherboard. That sounds like something we can do here in the camp.
Sounds good. The motherboard is on my workbench, so please follow me.
Okay, so now we are just tech engineers. I don't even know if that's the correct term, but it sounds like it is. So I'm gonna stick with it.
Ah, here we go. I have this testing manual, so feel free to reference it if you get stuck. Want to give it a try?
I'll do my best.
It's okay if you don't succeed immediately. I've got a lot of backup boards just in case.
I mean, I dropped out of college, so sounds like it'll work out pretty well. I'll give it a try.
Okay, Knowing you, I'm sure you'll be able to figure it out.
Alright. Yep, this seems... what was that called? Oh, debug motherboard. I genuinely thought it was said some, like... Anyways. Oh, we got Thelxie. Okay. Press A. Okay. After pressing. Okay. After pressing left joystick, delete. Oh, B to delete. Okay. And then Y. And then he can't go anywhere, and he is pissed. Okay. And then can I just change something? How do I get him to over there? Ah. Ah. I see. What? Thelxie, you couldn't take a... What am I missing here? No. Wait, 8? Oh, the limit. No, I did it, right? Oh. No, okay. I didn't see the bottom part if that was there the entire time. Okay. Ah. Well, it seems like becoming a tech engineer is actually pretty easy. It's a joke. It's a fucking joke.
You're doing well. Just as I expected.
We've taken on a lot of similar tasks before, you know.
Then let's move on to the underwater part.
Alright.
It's just as I mentioned earlier. We're after colorful shells and coral.
Sounds good.
Oh, speaking of which, you're both already pretty used to Fontaine's underwater environment, right?
More or less is what I'll go with, because I haven't been down there for too long.
Okay, that's good. Just let me know if you ever feel uncomfortable. I'll make sure to stay right by your side.
What a guy. Oh, let's go. Let's go get some coral. Where do I get that coral? Oh, I have a lot of swimming to do. I will just jump to it. What the hell am I doing with these fish? Is this a Farina thing? Or have I just never... What? Oh, it's this stuff. Alright, I don't know what the hell I'm doing with you guys.
It should be right over there. We'll be able to find something that'll help us with our search.
Alright.
This is it. We call this thing an echoing conch. It can detect special reflection waves in the water to help us with all kinds of underwater exploration and excavation efforts. Here, try it. Did you notice any interesting places? The echoing conch should have detected some just now. Let's go check them out.
Alright. You whap. Oh. Wait, no. Is this... Oh. Full Fathom 5, Thelxie's lies. What? Of his bones are coral made. Ah. So it's a lie? So his body's not made of coral? Oh no. Come on, do this right. Nice. Sweet. Cool. Oh my god. Oh. Go down. No, keep going. No lies? No lies for me to grab? Well, that's tough. Oh god. Just, holy shit. Okay, this is... Okay, we're good. We're back on track. Oh! I'm being targeted! Quick, grab it! Frida!
Alright, these should be enough. Let's head back to camp. Thank you for staying out here with me all this time.
No problem. Wait, what is that? Hold on. Octopus. I've never, aced the boy. That's not what I wanted to press. That is... Hey, what do you do? I don't know what this is. What? No. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna stick to this until I find someone who wants it. I can hit you guys, right? Oh, that's actually pretty nice. Are you an enemy? No, I think you're a thing. Oh. Ah. Alright. What the hell are you? Oh, you are. Oh, you're not dying, right? I could... I'm about to, like, compliment how adorable you look, but if you're dying, then that's really awkward. Oh, it's you. Are you the one who, commissioned this stuff? Your name starts with a Z. Zuria Destry.
Ah, Fremine, you're back. I thought you might have been out diving.
I'm sorry, Madame Destray. I must have
Destray.
kept you waiting. I can report, though, that the construction of Thelxie is going quite smoothly.
There's no rush. I'm your employer, not your supervisor. And these two are...
Oh, they're two of my trustworthy companions. They're here to help me work on Thelxie.
Yes, I see. I suppose it's only natural for someone responsible like you to have some reliable friends.
It's really nice to meet you, Madame Destray. Are you Fremine's employer? Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler.
Greetings, my new friends. Just call me Zuria. You are both so adorable. The sight of you reminds me of little fairies under a cottage roof.
I understand you saying that to Paimon.
Oh, do you really think so?
Oh, I like that. Okay. Do I look like a fairy too?
Of course. If my child had friends like you, then perhaps he wouldn't have become so obsessed with the tales of water imps.
Hey, could you
And I wouldn't have had to trouble Fremine here with this commission.
help inform me on this whole water imp thing so that I, am in the know?
Obsessed with the tales of water imps?
Ah, so you don't know anything about my request yet?
I don't know anything about
I
anything.
would have thought Fremine had explained it to you already.
Well, Fremine told us that it was a private matter, so he didn't want to just share it willy-nilly.
I see. So Monsieur Fremine is even more discreet than I had thought. As you are assisting him with the project, I believe it'll be beneficial for you to learn more about its vision and history.
Sure.
But it would be quite impolite of me to simply pile all of my troubles on you without your permission. So, would you like to listen to my story?
Have at it. I need all the information I can get right now.
Sure, you can tell us anything. You've already said nice things about us, so we'll try our best to help you get through your troubles.
Ah, what a lovely little fairy. Then let me think of a way to put my situation into words. I'm sure you're already familiar with the tale of the water imps, right?
No. I need context.
Simply put, parents came up with a story, painting water imps as scary abductors in an effort to convince their children to stay away from the water. My child is rather special, however. While most other children are terrified of Thelxie, he's infatuated with him.
Infatuated? With a water imp? What a brave soul.
Yes, he told me that he thought the water imp might have just been misunderstood. In his mind, instead of singing to abduct children, the water imp actually sang out of a longing for companionship. As a result, he often goes near the water in secret.
Huh. So he wanted to become friends with the water imp so it wouldn't be lonely any longer? What a unique way of thinking.
Thank you, little Paimon. He indeed has always stood out from the crowd. He was actually diagnosed with loneliness syndrome when he was only 8 years old.
Is that a real thing? I wouldn't be shocked if it's a real thing, but loneliness syndrome. Fremine, do you have any information on that? No reason why I'd be asking you. I could have asked anyway. There was no singling out to you. That's what I meant.
It's a type of mental disorder. Those affected by it often feel extremely lonely and lose interest in many mundane activities. The syndrome is probably what made him so determined to become friends with the water imp.
Oh no. Is it a very serious disorder?
I wouldn't say I have. I mean, I don't have that. But I definitely have heavy traits of both introvertness and extrovertness. So my introvert side gets an amount of that, or at least a little bit of it, because I've had those similar feelings. Though I'm very outgoing, I like to go out. I do like to socialize, but like there's those moments where I just like to chill inside, not talk to anyone, and just, so it is different technically, my version compared to obviously this, but
Hmm. If you were to become afflicted with the disorder, Paimon, you would only be able to say less than a fraction of the words you're saying to the traveler now.
No! Paimon won't accept that! We would have to find a doctor to help cure Paimon. Paimon has a 2,000-word quota for daily conversations with the traveler, and she won't settle for a single word less!
well, no shit, you have no choice. The game, like, Lumi does not have dialogue, so there's no choice.
The family doctor has already begun to treat my son, but since the disorder is rare, there aren't many good regimens for treatment. He's also developed some new symptoms lately, such as uncontrollable delusions.
Huh? Uncontrollable what now?
Uncontrollable delusions. To put it simply, he can no longer differentiate between fantasy and reality, and spends all his time in his fantasy world.
Then what is he seeing in his fantasy world?
It's a dream that he often mentioned to me when he was younger. I've compiled what I could understand of his recent rambling. It goes a bit like this.
Once upon a time, there was a splendid and magnificent underwater kingdom of water imps on the Thelxie plain, 500 feet beneath the surface. Countless lovely water imps lived in houses made of rainbow shells and corals, tending to sea animals during the day and singing between fields of golden tidalga during the night. Everyone led carefree and blessed lives until the day of the Iridescence Parade, the important festival during which the new king would be crowned. Before the festival, all water imps would select the most precious pearl they owned, wrap it in golden branches and leaves, and offer it to their most beloved prince. And during the day of the parade, the prince would cross the rainbow bridge made from all of the offered shells and accept the crown from his father amid the applause of his subjects. Finally, the new king would bless everyone with his well wishes. As for the prince's name, it's none other than Thelxie.
Amazing! Your son came up with all of this? He really crafted a lovely fairy tale world for Thelxie. It's like a beautiful dream.
Now, I don't know because I was just reading that. Does this text look different? I don't know why that just threw me off. I wonder if has this always been like the font? I don't know why I'm like hyper analyzing this right now.
But perhaps no beautiful dream can ever last long. You see, the story ended with a twist.
The day of the Iridescence Parade came as expected, but countless monsters also arrived alongside the prince. The monsters were evil and cruel, and they struck fear into all the water imps' hearts. The water imps, adept at singing as they were, could not defend themselves against the monsters, so the kingdom fell. Maybe that's why they're trying to give the little penguin Thelxie a weapon. The king was killed, and the water imps were locked behind bars. The Rainbow Bridge lost its color and crumbled away. The prince was barely able to escape, with the help of the mysterious masked individual, but he had already lost everything, and could only spend his days singing mournful songs. Wow, what a horrible, dark turn. Hey, dude, this was your own, imagination. I get it, but, oh, man. And just as the prince sang out of loneliness, so could his song only be heard by similarly lonely children. Now I get it.
How could the story end like this? Is that kind of fantasizing what caused your son to develop his loneliness syndrome?
Well, it'd be more accurate to say that it was the syndrome that caused such terrible delusions to manifest. But in any case, the biggest problem is the patient eventually loses themselves to the fantasy world of their own creation.
What do you mean? Well, that's interesting. Official, right? Didn't she have, maybe not this exact type of like uh like syndrome or anything like that. But wasn't she kind of depressed a bit? And is that world similar to this? I wonder. I doubt it, but it's an interesting thought. What do you mean?
My poor child can no longer differentiate between imagination and reality. He's begun to see himself as Thelxie.
Perhaps in his mind, the loneliness he felt became the same as that of a prince who lost everything he ever loved or stood for.
What? So that's what you meant by uncontrollable delusions. Then we have to help him snap out of it.
That is what Thelxie is for.
Alas, most of the time he acts as if he can no longer sense or interact with the real world at all. I've had several discussions with the doctor, and we think it is best to try to guide his fantasy.
Guide his fantasy.
He once wanted to make a picture book of his imaginary world, but since the disorder progressed too quickly, he never quite got past the first page of the book. If we could use this book as a breakthrough for his condition. Here, you can take a look.
I'm assuming Thelxie is a penguin in this, and that's how you got the concept.
So Zuria's son also saw Thelxie as a penguin. Oh, he looks so sad.
What we should do now is help him complete this picture book. However, we'll lead the story to a different ending. One where the water imp prince is eventually able to restore his kingdom with the help of his friends. We'll need to chase away his loneliness and sorrow, and let him perceive a world full of hope again. That's what I mean by guiding his fantasy.
But if we just need to finish the picture book, why does Fremine need to make a Thelxie as well?
Because we need to treat the book's story seriously, as if it's a history of things that have really happened. We'll need to go on a journey like Thelxie, and help him regain his crown and country. But my child can no longer go on a journey of his own. This is why I commissioned Fremine here to craft a Thelxie, and then I'll paint the journey with this Thelxie into the picture book.
Ah, like a stand-in for your son! Paimon's starting to get it now. Oh, you really put a lot of thought into this, Zuria. Paimon still has one question, though. Where will we be able to find a Water Imp Kingdom?
There are some ruins on the seabed of the Thelxie Plains. I've already asked Fremine to research them for me. We'll be able to use one of the ruins as the kingdom.
Oh, so we'll just need to act out a performance of, a brave journey through the Kingdom of Water Imps. As long as we chase away the monsters in the ruins, it'll count as chasing away the monsters in the Water Imp Kingdom, right?
Sadly, no.
Ah.
We won't just be putting on a performance. It's just as Zuria said. We need to take this seriously. And the only way we can take this seriously is if we choose to believe everything that's happening is real.
So we'll be playing it straight? Or, making it a fully immersive experience? Oh, neither of those really sound right. Well, either way, we'll still be able to help, right?
Of course. All I've been doing with this game is just immersion. So, I've already got the reps down. I'll try my best. No, we've got this.
It's all right. There's no need to get that serious. It's not a big deal. I believe in my son. We can just see this as him wanting to stay asleep for a bit longer, because he's so enamored with his dream.
Zuria.
Keep your spirits up, everyone. If we were to look troubled, my son is sure to become anxious as well. I should be heading back right about now to check on my son. We temporarily moved to a place on the hill over there, so my son will have a better spot to convalesce. It's not far from the water, and there's also a great view. Feel free to come find me if anything urgent comes up.
All right.
Understood. There's also one last thing. Since these two friends were able to help me out, I've made some more progress on Thelxie. I estimate that he should be ready sometime tomorrow.
That's great news. I must thank you all. With that in mind, how about we meet here in 2 days' time to head to the Kingdom of Water Imps?
It sounds good to me.
All right, everyone. Let's meet again in another 2 days.
Zuria sure is a brave and optimistic lady. Fremine, do you think her plan will work out?
let's discuss that over by the tent. There were a few things that I didn't bring up because the Madame was here.
Like we're... Well, actually, I'm... Development log. I've already spent more than just tell anybody to keep although I divided help make confused everyone said so what a pity. I'm so sorry for not being able to give you a voice. Wow, that last one was even more sad.
What is it, Fermine? What did you want to say?
If you don't mind me asking, I would like the two of you to mentally prepare yourselves.
What are you about to drop on us, dude? Mentally prepare ourselves for what?
This is the first time that you've met anyone with the syndrome, right? I know you two are both really strong and will do everything you can to help the child. But with the syndrome being the way it is, if things don't quite turn out as we wish, I hope you'll be able to accept the outcome and not put too much blame on yourselves.
That's fair. That's a mature thing to say.
Fermine, why do you bring this up all of a sudden? Didn't we just promise Zuria that we'll be optimistic about everything working out?
It's not that I'm not optimistic. It's just...
You know this illness really well. Do you think... I don't think you would have it. I mean, I wouldn't be shocked. Obviously, it would make sense for your character, but... If not, then that was just such an insult, and my bad.
Ah, so that's why you looked like you knew exactly what she was talking about. Wait, Fermine, don't tell Paimon that you also...
No.
Oh.
Please don't misunderstand. I've never had it.
Ah.
I've just seen many cases of it at the House of the Hearth, back when we lived under the previous director.
Ah, well, I'm just an asshole, okay.
They say there are many factors surrounding the development of this illness. I've heard everything from hereditary factors and one's state of mind, to environmental factors, and even ley line disorder effects. Some even say it could be caused by contamination from god remains.
Ooh.
And from the cases I've seen, there weren't many positive outcomes. In the worst cases, the patient could even pass away.
What? It could get that serious? And here Paimon thought they'd just stop talking as much.
Yeah, that's just the nature of it. So if you'll find it difficult to cope with the worst case scenario, I would prefer that you back out right now. I don't want you to help only to feel like you failed.
Don't worry, I've seen all kinds of strange and difficult things in life. You've got a point. I'll give it some thought.
Yeah, that's right. Paimon's seen all of those things too. No matter how hard it might get, we won't be scared.
Really? Then in that case, let's see this real-life fantasy adventure together to the end.
Yeah! But Paimon has a question. If this illness can really be as bad as you've described, then do you really think Zuria's method will be able to help?
Anything is worth a shot.
After all, we'll just be using a toy as Thelxie and some ruins as the Kingdom of Water Imps. The whole adventure will only be turned into a picture book for her son to read.
Well, I think it should be able to do something. To harbor a fantasy means that the child wants to save himself somehow. The only reason he's allowed his dream kingdom to fall is because he's lost control of his heart. But if we can help him regain control and escape from the darkness, we'll be able to change his world. Like helping someone who's lost their voice be able to speak again.
Oh, Paimon sees what you're saying now. Huh. How do you understand all of this so well, Fremine?
Well, maybe because I've also had many of my own dreams in the past. I even had my own fairy tale world, much like that boy's. I was able to draw a lot of support from it, so I believe in the power of fantasy worlds.
So I knew it. That's why I just didn't... I took the hint. So the penguin town you mentioned was,
Ah, so you remembered.
What penguin town? Why doesn't Paimon remember? Is that also a fairy tale world? Don't leave Paimon in the dark!
Suddenly, Fremine pulls out a diving helmet and puts it on his head.
Hey, why did you put that on?
Because he's embarrassed.
It's just one of my personal quirks. Please pay it no mind. Anyway, Penguin Town is a peaceful place with lots of penguin residents. They're all really good at making clockwork toys, and Pear is the town's triumphant hero, as well as the one who quietly protects the whole place.
Pear? But didn't you make Pear yourself?
Well, I often think that Pear only came to me because he realized how much I needed him. So it's not so much that I made Pear, as Pear chose me as his friend.
Fremine, are you sure you're not losing control of your fantasies as well?
Paimon, you just shake your head, say yes, and we carry on, alright? That's how you're supposed to do this.
No, I don't think so. I can still differentiate between fantasy and reality. I just believe that the fairy tale world of my dreams must also exist somewhere. It might just be hidden, which is why it's difficult to see. Or it will only reveal itself at very specific times.
Specific times? Like when you put on your diving helmet?
Oh, is that? Oh, that was a good catch if that is.
Yeah,
Ah,
that's the general idea of it.
I thought it was just embarrassment.
Really? Paimon just said that because you put on your helmet.
Ah, well, there went my compliment that I give you. You know, like I'd never really do that, like ever. And then you just waste it like that? Alright.
Have you ever observed the surface world from underwater?
No.
It's as if you're viewing a whole different world from the outside. It's a very surreal feeling. Both alienating, but also as if you're being protected by something. I have a similar feeling when I put on my diving helmet. In those moments, it's possible to see some truly wondrous things, as if a fairy tale has become reality. It's almost like a sort of miracle.
Really? Like a miracle?
Now I want to try on your helmet too.
Well, if that's in order.
No, okay, I don't know what. I'm so curious, but I don't want to be an asshole.
Hey, don't you still need time to work on Thelxie's weapon? We don't want to keep you from finishing your commission.
She probably says that no matter what.
Right. I still have to collect some tools I'll need to craft the weapon. I've got to finish everything before tomorrow. Thank you for reminding me, Paimon. I'm sure there'll be other opportunities for you to try my helmet. Thanks for all of your help. I'll be off for now. Let's meet up here again in 2 days.
Paimon, can you even take off your little space tiara? Like, does that even... I feel like that's a part of you. Like, if you were trying to put on... I don't know. I'm curious. I wonder. Oh, what the... What, Fremine, why do you look so dope? What is this? Oh my god. Words that I cannot understand. Whoa! Oh, I love the artwork. Oh, dude, this looks so good. Oh, dude. Alright. A lot of motherboards. A lot of them. Alright, he's talking quite a big game on this whole, you know, underwater looking good from the outside kind of thing. So I wanted to, you know, see how magical this really is. Fremine, you lied to me. Alright, Fremine, is it adventure time? Actually,
Is your child feeling any better?
I think that's like a copyright thing. I can't actually, we can't use that. We have to use something else. And I don't have anything.
Thank you for your concern, Fremine. His condition is fairly stable. The family doctor said we might be able to take him out for a stroll today.
Zuria, Fremine, we're here!
Is he going to be coming along with us? From what I gathered, he won't be.
Seems like everyone's arrived now.
Or yeah, no, he's not. Yeah, no.
Not quite. Aren't we missing someone? But Paimon has a guess where he might be.
Thelxie?
Hey, Thelxie!
Oh, my man is equipped. He's ready. Oh, I don't know
Thelxie's
what.
got himself
Okay.
a sword and a shield now. He's looking sharp.
Indeed. With his weapons in hand, Thelxie looks more formidable than ever. You've really outdone yourself, Fremine.
We helped too.
We did? Oh, is that shield like the shells we got while swimming? Ah.
Yes, you really had a good eye for materials. Everything you found was high quality.
Look at my boy. just waddling.
Speaking of which, Zuria just told me that she wants to end the adventure with the coronation ceremony. So, could I also trouble you with finding some materials for the crown?
We could just steal Paimon's. Unless it's, again, I still don't know if we can remove it or not, but if it can, I mean, we just take that. Thelxie, it might not suit you. Yeah, that's fine.
You can just keep an eye out for them on our way to the ruins. I was planning to collect the materials myself, but then I realized you might be able to find some prettier ones than what I could get my hands on.
Consider it done.
Seems like everything's ready to go. Shall we head out?
Please wait a moment. I was just thinking. Since Thelxie has already shown us his brand new appearance, we may already be able to draw a new page in the picture book. What do you think?
Just him stunting with the... Yeah, I mean, that works.
Ooh, Paimon's excited now.
What should we draw on the page? Just him flexing with his spear and his shield.
Why don't we use the story we know as a reference? Just make the atmosphere a bit less grim.
He flexed on all the townsfolk.
So we'll take out the sad parts and replace them with happier stuff? Sounds great to Paimon.
All right, I'll give it a try. I'm not very adept at drawing, but I've seen a lot of art during my work. Now, as far as the actual content of the drawing, please tell me what you'd like to see.
Let me think. We can draw the weapon. The prince has picked up the Sword of Courage and the Shield of Perseverance, which proves he has crossed the mire of doubt, and now is ready to wage war against the darkness.
You can keep all of it the same. Have him with his shield and his spear. And just have him flexing. Just one nice flex. To no one. He's flexing to no one. That's how confident he is.
Okay, I'll add the weapons. Anything else?
I mean, the flexing would be... It's okay. It's fine.
Paimon wants to give him some friends. Thelxie's got some friends by his side now, so he's no longer fighting alone.
Why do you need friends when you have muscles, Paimon?
Okay, I'll also draw some companions.
Hey,
Anything else?
don't forget to add some color.
Color. Ah,
To us?
color, yes, that's really important. The road in front of him now will no longer be just grayscale, but bursting with color and hope.
Hey, so you just said that you weren't that great at drawing. This looks phenomenal, by the way. So that really, makes me feel sad. Because if that is like you not doing that great, I mean, that's gonna kill Fremine's, any hope he had for like dealing with his insecurity, gone. Just because of your drawing.
Who would have thought the page could have become so inspiring? How wonderful. Splendid ideas, everyone.
No, I do like the coloring. Looks really good.
Great! Everyone looks super pumped up. Thelxie most of all.
I mean, yeah.
Are you seeing this, my son? Are you feeling inspired by this as well?
Is he here? You're not going to replace your son with Thelxie. Is this the whole plot?
I'm sure he is, Zarya.
Okay.
And this is still just the first page.
That's right! Paimon can't wait to see the picture book when it's all finished. We should finish it as soon as possible and keep up the belief and hope in our hearts.
Mm-hmm. I'm starting to look forward to it as well. So let's get the show on the road and head towards the Kingdom of Water Imps.
Let's do it.
Yay! Thelxie's Fantastic Adventures begin now!
It's not adventure time, but it's adventure, it's the time of adventure, sure. After some time, you arrive at the shore above the underwater kingdom of water imps. Did I even read that right? I think I did. Flawlessly. I think I did. Oh, we're here. Okay. Alright. So it's an underwater cave, that... Wait, did she say... No, Fremine scoped it out, right? Because I was like, if she scoped it out, she was diving. But no, I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, it was Fremine. God, dude, I haven't really talked about the underwater, but I mean, my God.
Those are materials that we can use for the crown, right? Let's get some for Fremine.
They did such a good job with the design. It looks so fucking good. So beautiful. Oh, grab it. And then grab. Did I grab him? Okay, where's the other one? Oh.
These should be enough. I knew you'd have a knack.
This is not what I wanted.
Finding the best materials. We shouldn't need anything else to head to the Kingdom of Water Imps.
That's what I wanted. I hit the wrong one. Alright. Water imps. Where are you, water imp? Oh, is that the door?
Whoa.
Ah.
Is that the entrance to the underwater ruins ahead?
Wouldn't have expected that to be the door. What is that? Am I gonna get sucked in? Ah. I'll figure that out later. I have a door to go through. I said I have a door to go through. Alright. Oh, dude. God, man. Just the art. God, it looks so good. Huh. This isn't exactly the,
So these are the underwater ruins that Fremine found. They're pretty amazing, but still not exactly the kind that Paimon was imagining.
She took the words right out of my mouth. This is the Kingdom of Water Imps, Paimon. Not ruins.
Oh, yeah, Paimon knows. It's just... Paimon thought we'd actually see a fairy tale world. Like with the water imps' colorful houses and the Rainbow Bridge.
I hate that I completely agree with you.
I'm sorry.
No,
I
no.
was hoping to put up some decorations, but
no, you're
ran out
fine.
of time to do it by myself.
It's okay. It's fantasy time now. It's fantasy time. It's not adventure. It's fantasy time. That's what it is. There we go.
Whoa, someone's already switched into fantasy mode.
Seems like the travelers already got the gist of things. You should do your best too, Paimon.
Don't underestimate Paimon. Paimon can flip the switch too. Now entering Paimon Fantasy Mode! Ahem. Young adventurers, 'tis Paimon, guardian goddess of this land. State your goals and intentions for visiting this nation.
Goddess of this land, why do you have a stuffy nose?
We are the companions of Prince Thelxie, your Divine Highness. We have come to help him reclaim the glory that he has lost.
Oh, reclaiming your glory! Thy goddess here has golden glory, silver glory, and bronze glory. Which is it that the prince has lost?
Thelxie, do you... I see the confusion in his eyes. In his glass eyes.
Huh?
Did you break character, Paimon?
Not at all! This is the goddess's test! Ahem. From your responses, the goddess has concluded that you're all brave adventurers without the taint of greed in your hearts. As such, you are worthy of everyone's respect.
Okay.
So please accept the goddess's reward. The goddess will now bestow all 3 types of glory upon you. And as for this prince, The goddess will also bestow upon you the rainbow glory, so your future will always be filled with light.
Yeah, what he said.
My gratitude to your divine highness for such generous blessings. Power is now surging through every part of my body.
Me too. Is this the divine inspiration of legend?
All thanks to the power of the goddess Paimon. That might be literal in this sense, surprisingly.
Now, adventurers, forge bravely ahead and defeat the monsters that have taken over the kingdom. You will be sure to find that which you seek.
Oh, I wish I could play as Thelxie. That would be so sick. Alright. Oh, wait. Use the whole water imp chance it to defeat opponents more easily after using skill. Thelxie must charge up before using it again. Oh, he has a skill. Okay, cool. Let's see it.
Please be careful, brave adventurers.
Do you attack with him, or was it...
Enemies that have invaded the kingdom.
Thelxie, was that it?
They are called... really
Paimon, you're gonna have to speak
Those
up.
accursed enemies are back again.
Paimon, I
Your
can't...
highness, please show them what you're made of.
Oh, I have Fremenade too. Hold on. I actually don't know what Fremenade does.
Going on.
Nope.
Getting here.
Nice.
We're under attack again. It's a Lawitcher of the deep.
There's no need to fear, my friends. His highness is so strong now that even a diviniture of the deep would
He's
pose
so
no
strong
threat
I
to
can't
him.
really see anything. Yeah, he's so strong.
Emerge, right here. Nothing lasts forever. Emerge.
I meant to give you the kill shot. Oh, my bad, Thelxie.
It's finally over. So have we defeated the evil monsters and reclaimed the kingdom of water imps?
Yes, it should now be time for us to attend
Wait a
Thelxie's
minute.
coronation ceremony. The only thing is, I didn't expect this to go so smoothly. I thought it would have taken longer for us to reach the heart of the ruins.
Isn't... What just... Oh, was it the boys? Isn't this the same ruin with the last event? Where you would go off to the little other chamber rooms? Isn't this what... I wonder. I didn't look around.
It was my mistake. I should have told Fremine
Yeah?
earlier that we would also need a
I
crown.
think so.
It's all because the Traveler and Goddess Paimon were too strong. We just eradicated all the monsters in one go.
That's fair.
It's okay, Zuria. We can come back again once I've made the crown.
Then I must thank all of you again for taking the time. And you too, Thelxie, my child.
Okay, you're starting to... this is just an entire plot to just put aside your son and put Thelxie as the... I see what you're doing here. That's horrible. And for those who didn't catch that, that was called sarcasm. That was a joke, a funny, a haha. Not serious at all. I mean, dude.
Thelxie's turning out to be a real expert at fighting.
I don't think there's anything that will be able to stop him. He's like a true prince now.
Except for water. No, you probably made him waterproof.
Yes, I agree as well.
Let's head back to camp for now. I asked the Traveler to search for some materials on the way because I want to make the crown as soon as possible.
We can add an update to Thelxie's fantastic adventures as well. Now that we've reclaimed the kingdom of water imps, it's time for us to draw some new scenes in the picture book. Zuria and Fremine, why don't we draw the new pages first? Paimon really wants to update the picture book.
You just want to see someone draw Goddess Paimon.
Hey, you didn't have to say it out loud.
No problem. I'm happy to oblige. Then in that case, the story today should go something like this. After overcoming many obstacles, Prince Thelxie and his brave companions finally arrived at the entrance to the Kingdom of Water Imps. At this time, the little fairy in the group, Paimon, revealed her true goddess form to her companions.
Woohoo! The goddess has arrived! She praised the companions for their purity, and to reward them, she bestowed upon them many blessings. and even prayed that the prince would be able to fulfill his goal.
Bathed under the goddess's glory, the prince and his companions charged into the bastion of evil, chased away the monsters, and rescued the pretty water imps from their imprisonment. The prince finally managed to reclaim his kingdom. But as for the crown...
Oh no, the crown isn't ready yet!
No. The crown was within the prince's reach, but the monsters took it with them as they fled. They haven't given up and are sure to return, but the prince is certain to reclaim the crown the next time they fight. The brilliant rainbow shall descend onto the kingdom once more.
Oh, and Paimon can almost see it all happening now!
So is that what we're doing next?
Whoa, the pages are beautiful! Surya is really talented at drawing.
Thank you, everyone. We've also completed the second page of the picture book now. Thelxie's journey is one step closer to its end, and the promised coronation.
Ah, the coronation, that's right.
My child, you'll also be able to brighten up when that time comes, right?
Why? Okay, she wasn't looking at Thelxie that time. Okay, I genuinely thought she was.
I'm sure he will,
man.
Surya. Who knows? Perhaps the doctor will already have some good news for you when you get back home today.
I sure hope so, Your Divine Highness. Oh, Fremine, about the time you'll need for the crown.
Please don't worry. One day should be more than enough.
Ah, then I must thank you for your hard work. All right, let's rendezvous here in another 2 days' time for our final adventure, okay?
Sounds good to me.
And see you in 2 days, my lovely friends.
She gonna sing? You didn't speak musical notes. Ah.
Alright, it's about time we start heading off too. You've still got some work to do, right, Fremine?
Yeah, I'll need to go to the city shortly to get some parts for the base of the crown. I want to try out a few different designs and choose the one that looks the best.
Fremine's really dedicated. Fremine's working really hard.
Yeah, Paimon knew that you didn't often take commissions from others, but Paimon had no idea you'd be so dedicated once you're on the job.
Well, about that, it might be because...
The pay is really good. Like really, really good.
Because what?
It's because... I hope...
What's the matter? And what's with that look on your face? You're turning red, and it looks like you're about to run away and put your helmet on again.
Am I turning red?
Don't tease Fremine, Paimon.
Alright. We won't bother you anymore for today, Fremine. Let's see each other in 2 days' time.
Okay, thank you. See you in 2 days.
See ya. Are we gonna have our own little conversation, or is this about to... Okay.
I hope that everyone who's found themselves in a dark place would be able to see something beautiful and experience a miracle for themselves.
That's sweet. Aha. I see. Nice. God, I love the art, dude. Even the little, like, 1, 2, 3, man. Alright, I think I have to wait 2 more days.
Today's the final day of Thelxie's fantastic adventures. Let's go find Fremine at his camp.
Fremine, did you make said crown?
Hey, Fremine! Thelxie! We're here!
Hello, Paimon. Hello, traveler.
Thelxie, you better be a companion. I think I saw you on like the event thing in terms of things you can get. If you waddle around with me, dude. Dude.
Is the crown ready?
Yes, we're just waiting for Surya now. She hasn't arrived yet.
Then let's wait for her a little while. Or actually, we can go find her. It's not too far from here anyway. Didn't she say she just lives on the hill over there?
Hey, traveler, Paimon.
Is it someone that I know? The voice is unique enough to where I feel like I should know. Why? I've heard.
Oh, and speaking of...
Found you two at long last. I'm so
Oh!
glad that you both are all right.
I actually didn't know that was your voice. I didn't know what you sounded like because I didn't have my headphones on at the time that we talked.
Huh? Why are you here, Miss Delaroche? And what could have happened to us?
What could have happened? That water imp Thelxie, of course. After I gave you that commission the other day, I began to get worried and went asking about the boy that went missing.
Oh, that? We've got it all figured out now. The boy you heard about was just Fremine. Even the missing fish was his fault. Don't worry, we'll help you get the fish back as soon as we're done with this job.
Oh, sorry about that. I've been diving in the area recently.
Huh? Fremine? Diving? No, that's not what happened at all. I've heard a completely different account.
Is her son missing?
What I was told is that about a month ago, a child tied a bunch of heavy seashells onto his body and walked into this open stretch of water. He never came back. What could that be if not that water imp's work?
Then what is she? I feel like she has some sort of like... I mean, I don't know, the way she was talking about Thelxie with the whole sun thing, I was joking, obviously, but that started making me, like, a bit suspicious. And the fact that she walks away singing, I don't know. Now you're throwing this at me?
Are you sure?
I might be onto something.
100% sure. I've confirmed the account with several veteran fishermen I know. The child was only 8 years old. His name was Lescaut Destray.
Well, I know, I didn't know his first name, but I know that last name.
Wait, Lescaut Destray?
Yeah, that's the name. They say the family took on the name after moving to the city from a place called Stray. Anyway, his mother is a pretty famous art dealer, while his father passed away from an accident many years ago. Well, naturally, his mother was devastated by the incident and fell terribly ill. It's said that she left the court of Fontaine, and no one knows where she's gone.
It can't be, right? Lescaut Destray? Zuria Destray? It must be some sort of a coincidence?
Seems like we need to pay a visit to the Destray house.
I'm sorry, miss. We've got to go check on something right now.
Oh, I see. Well, you go on ahead. I just came to make sure that you're both all right. I'll head back then. Please remember to take care.
I appreciate it. And now... So is she crazy? How far? Oh, dude. I mean, I guess I could talk a while. No, I'm just gonna cut. Because like I said, I was joking. I was being sarcastic about the whole she's gonna just use Thelxie as her, like, real son now. But now I actually think that that's legit what this is. Huh. Well, that backfired. It was just supposed to be a joke. A funny. Aha! And I ain't laughing.
Excuse us. Is anyone here? Is this Madame Destray's place?
Who are you? I have a patient here who needs quiet bed rest. Please leave us be unless you have anything urgent to report.
Do you... I couldn't see her having the symptom. Especially if she's aware of the symptom. Who is the patient? Unless she has, like, not dementia, but like she's living in the past kind of thing. What would that be called? Who is the patient? The door opens, and for a brief moment of silence, the man walks out, confused, looking in his eyes.
This is the residence of Zuria Destray, and I am Jala Khan, her family doctor. What did you mean by your question just now? Who else could be my patient?
Your patient should be Zuria's son, right? She told us herself that her son had contracted loneliness syndrome.
No, you're right. Young Master Lescaut did have that illness once upon a time, but he's Well, the young master's no longer with us. And now the Madame has come down
Yeah.
with the same illness. Are you her
Oh,
friends
okay.
by any chance?
So, I guess she could have that if her son did have it, because that's just what she's in her fantasy. Okay. You informed the doctor of all this happened in the past few days.
Oh. So, when she had requested time to go out over the past few days, it was so she could spend them with you.
Ah, Thelxie, you really are about to replace her son so that it cures her loneliness. Wow.
So, if I'm understanding this right, the one who's suffering from uncontrollable delusions is the Madame herself? She believes her son is still alive?
That is correct. When the young master disappeared, she was organizing an art exhibit that she had specifically prepared for him. But since she had to leave the house, she was unable to see her son one last time. That might have been the trigger for her regret. Or perhaps the family's fall into loneliness and grief was inevitable as soon as the old master passed away. First the son, and then the mother.
But how could that be? She really looked like she had a handle on everything. Her smile was so lovely, and she even told us to stay optimistic. But you're saying she...
Those actions are proof that she can no longer differentiate between fantasy and reality.
Then all the other things that she told us about her son, were those fake too?
No, those were all real. Although they were all things that happened before the young master left us for good. Madame's time has just never moved forward since his passing.
I see. So after her son left, she created a fantasy world where her son was still with her. She was looking for a way to cure his illness when she ran into us.
So how is Ziria doing now?
She has been in a good mood the past few days, even humming a song when she returned from her stroll. She even began discussing with me the idea of using deliberate guidance to ease the illness. It was all going well, until last night. She spent a whole night staring at the shell the young master left behind, and the words that he had inscribed onto it. Then she broke down once more. I prescribed some sedatives, and she's currently resting.
But then what should we do? How can we help her? There has to be something we can do.
We do the ceremony, Paimon.
Don't panic, Paimon. Even though this is a devastating piece of news, we must all calm down first. What should we do? I need to think. I need to remember the old house of the hearth, and the children who lived in it. Those patients, and what their doctors said back then. What if... Dr. Jalacan, have you seen a picture book? The Madame should have brought it back with her.
Are you thinking about trying the guidance therapy she talked to me about before? Well, it's worth a shot. I'll go get the book.
The doctor quickly retrieves the book and hands it to Fremde.
Yes, this is it.
We still need to finish the adventure and the picture book.
That's right.
Question
If
mark?
what Dr. Jean Lacan said was true, the past few days have been very helpful to Zuria. So we should complete this journey. We need to show her that her child has found a happy ending in the world of her dreams.
But wouldn't that just make it harder for her to accept reality?
One must first face reality before accepting it. The Madame has been crushed by her feelings of grief and can no longer bring herself to face reality. Our first priority would be to get her out of this state.
Right. Before today, I had thought she wanted to use Thelxie's fantastic adventures to save her son. But now, I think she might need it to save herself. And if we could complete it, we should be able to give her some feeling of inspiration and closure. Maybe those feelings would be enough to give her some courage to face reality again.
We'll have to give it a try.
There's no time to waste. Let's set off right away.
Where are we going? The ceremony, right? Or go to Go to the kingdom. Oh, we're going back to the water. Oh, that's the wrong button. How do I, where, okay.
We're here again. This is the final part of Thelxie's journey, but the most important person is missing.
Thelxie, I can't understand you. I've been meaning to say this entire time. I don't know what you're saying.
Everyone, please don't be so down and gloomy. Remember what she told us? If we were to feel troubled, the patient would become anxious as well.
You're right. Paimon needs to smile. If we have to give something to Zuria, it should be our smiles. We have to keep smiling as we finish this adventure. And then she'll be able to recover, right everyone?
Yeah, I'm sure she will.
Yeah, I'm sure she will.
We're gonna have to draw this, right? That's gonna be a problem. Paimon, you're gonna have to speak up, because it's fine. It doesn't matter. They'll probably be dead before you even finish speaking. So, yeah, it's fine. It's fine. No worries.
Watch out, everyone! They're coming at us again!
Thelxie! Thelxie with the big shot.
He must be going all out.
Thelxie, those are some big hits, my guy.
Right here.
Oh, there's more. Yeah, we'll get it for you now when I can actually, like, hear stuff. You know, I should learn to... No, never mind. Normally I would turn down the volume of this, but there's dialogue, so it's fine. Thelxie, my ears. I can't hear anything.
I'm sorry. I have to go. I made a promise to my friends, and I'm already very late.
But, Madame, you're still...
Don't try to stop me. Today's the most important day for treating Thelxie. We'll use the guidance method. Didn't you also say that you'd think it'd work?
I'm not trying to stop you, Madame. It's just... Could you tell me the name of your child?
I was right. I was on the money, but in like I didn't fully know that I was on, like, I didn't know, like, the reason why, you know?
Dr. Jalacan, how can you forget the name of your own patient? His name is Thelxie. He's the prince of the kingdom of water imps. We will go today to reclaim his crown and attend his coronation ceremony.
I see. Madame, please rest assured, everything is still on schedule. Your friends have already departed to find... Wait, look. They've already returned.
Zuria! Zuria! We've retrieved the crown!
Paimon, everyone, have you really?
It is me, Mother.
Yes, but the coronation ceremony still hasn't taken place, because we felt like you should be the one to preside over it.
Wonderful! How wonderful! Thelxie, my child, are you hearing this? Everything you lost will now come back to you, and soon, very soon, you will never be lonely again.
Mama?
And the last page of the picture book. It's still waiting for you to illustrate in color.
Right, the picture book. But I don't know what I should put on the last page.
Don't worry, Thelxie and his friends all know what should go on it. Get ready, Zuria. We'll describe everything for you.
Okay.
At last, Thelxie and his friends were able to drive off the final invading monsters and achieve a dashing victory. Their success was complete, and the recovered crown resplendent.
The water imps, finally returning to their homes, showered the prince with love and applause as he greeted them. They once again offered their precious shells to the prince and reconstructed the rainbow bridge of old. As he watched the scene unfold, the prince could not help but be touched by its beauty.
Moved by everyone's happiness, the prince stepped onto the rainbow bridge and took a good look at all the friends who had gone on the journey with him. There stood the traveler, Goddess Paimon, Fremine, and... Huh? Where's the last person? but could not find the person he wanted to see most. At that moment,
Mama!
the person suddenly appeared on the other side of the bridge.
Mother!
She walked towards him with a smile and slowly lifted her veil.
The prince could not hold back his tears. He recognized then that the mysterious person that had been by his side the whole time was none other than his mother. Surya walked across the bridge and placed the crown above the prince's head. She smiled down upon him as she said, "My prince, my king, you shall never, ever need to feel lonely again."
That's the end of the story, Surya.
Thank you. Thank you all. I am so sorry, my child. Maman should have spent more time with you. Did you hear the story? You'll never have to feel lonely again.
Oh, look at his little crown. I don't know. I think my face is covering it. Damn it. Look at it. Look at it in all its glory. Oh, I guess. Okay, well, that's awkward. Okay.
Maman loves you too.
You could understand of this entire time.
What's happening? Is Surya talking to Thelxie?
What is Thelxie saying? I'm pretty sure it's just what she's interpreting, what she would want to hear, what she's hoping to hear.
Quick, put on my diving helmet.
Wait.
There's a transcription module in it that's compatible with Thelxie's output signals. You should be able to use it to understand what Thelxie's saying.
Wait, but then why can she? Is it a mother's love? Fremine walks up to you and pulls out his diving helmet before placing it on your head. My dearest mother. I want to hear how Thelxie sounds. Oh, if he had like a deep... Come on, give him like such a prince-esque, like deep, like, come on. I'm not getting anything. I love you, mama. So that's what Thelxie's saying. I wish it would have just cut to a deep, just prince voice. Mama, I love you.
Maman loves you too.
How can you speak robot?
But I love you more, Maman.
Wait, what is this? Her fantasy.
What? Did you see something?
We're in her fantasy.
Maman, I'm getting a little sleepy. If it's time for bed, can you hum a lullaby to me again?
Of course, my dearest child. As long as you want to hear it, Mama will always hum for you.
I'm assuming this is where her reality starts to kick in.
Thank you, Maman. Your lullaby has always been my favorite. Now that I've heard it, I can return to my dream
Oh my...
and to the kingdom of water imps in peace.
The music in the background is matching the humming.
My poor darling. Please don't forget. I will always love you. My love is greater than the entire distance between here and the kingdom of water imps.
I won't forget, Maman. And so is my love for you. Greater than the entire distance between here and the kingdom of water imps.
We're getting close to tears.
Good night, Maman.
Alright, just a little teary-eyed, it's fine. We're good. 3 days later at Fremine's camp.
Traveler, Paimon, you're here.
Fremine, why did you call us in such a hurry? Did you hear something from Surya? Oh, if it's not good news, Paimon doesn't want to hear it.
Don't worry, it's definitely great news. The Madame came here for a visit just now with her doctor. Color has returned to her cheeks, and she sounded full of energy as well.
Good.
She said she'd like to return to the court to continue hosting the art exhibit. But this time, she'll work with her doctor to exhibit some picture books related to the illness. Of course, Thelxie's fantastic adventures and the guidance therapy will be included in the exhibit as well. She'd like to use her experience to help others.
That's wonderful! So it wasn't bad news after all.
Mm-hmm. Here, please take this picture book with you. The Madame wanted you to have it. If, at some point in the future, you were to run into someone with similar troubles, she hopes the book would be of use to you.
But this is her son's story, right? Is it really okay to give the book to us?
Don't worry, it's just a copy. She still has the original. It's extremely important to her.
Yes, I need them for my thumbnails.
Alright, then there's no problem. It feels good knowing we've contributed to something important. Paimon definitely didn't expect the fantasy adventure to be so useful. Paimon was a little worried about how everything would turn out. After all, fantasy is just fantasy.
That is this entire game, Paimon. Well, you don't know that, but, well, I mean, I guess this is your reality, but fantasy is your reality. So fantasy is just We're just gonna move on.
Paimon, do you know what the Madame said? She said that at the moment when she placed the crown on Thelxie's head, she felt like she really saw something beautiful. Her child had returned, and he told her that he loved her. She also said that was when she was finally able to bid farewell to her son. She felt like at that moment, she was healed by some mystical power, and she was filled with courage from head to toe.
Oh, really? But could that just be another part of her fantasy?
Perhaps. But if fantasy is just fantasy, and the fantasy world is not real, then how could it still grant us these powers that we can continue to use in the real world?
So perhaps fantasy is... Oh, you guys are explaining what I was just confusing myself about earlier. Perhaps fantasy is not fantasy after all.
But what else could it be?
It's... reality.
A descent of the fairy tale world into the real world. At that time, the wondrous fairy tale temporarily became reality and influenced real things in our world. That has to be what happened.
That's actually a fair point. Wow, that's actually pretty interesting. I can't explain what he just said. I get it, though. I'm assuming all of you do, too.
You saw it too, didn't you?
What? That can't be what happened, right? There's just no way. Wouldn't it be like a miracle if that really happened?
Yes. I suppose that would be a miracle. I hope that everyone who's found themselves in a dark place would be able to see something beautiful and experience a miracle for themselves.
Hey, you didn't even need your helmet. Miraculous crown. Wow, what a good event. That hit close to home too, because I'm a mama's boy, so that hit. Anyways, but yeah, that is gonna go ahead and do it for Thelxie's fantastic adventures and this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to like and sub to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.